Okay, hello class. I'm KB Khanal. Today I'm present here to illustrate how any learners will be able to get good marks in IELTS Tax 1, writing test Tax 1. Okay, so today's class remain under about Tax 1 writing test. Okay, here we can see focus points Tax 1. So if any candidates want to achieve good marks, they have to uh, remember this all the points well. They have to understand about this all. Okay, let's see. Tax achievement. Number 1, number 2, lexical resource, number 3, grammatical range, number 4, cohesion and coherence. Now here we have to understand these four points. Actually they are very crucial points. Okay, they help us to get good score in tax 1 and tax 2 as well. So let's understand what is task achievement. Actually task achievement is the theme, the main message. Okay, that is whether that is fulfilled to the demand of the question or not. Okay, that is task achievement. So one question is given there and candidates are supposed to write the answers of that questions. So while writing, whether they are able to fulfill the demand of the questions or not, this is a very crucial thing. If question is asking one thing, if candidates are writing the next thing, they are surely not getting good marks. Okay, so according to the questions, students have to mention their answer. They are not supposed to write excess or less. This is the very important thing. So remaining under the questions, they have to mention the answer. And next very crucial thing is that how logically they have mentioned is also very important factor there. Okay, so they should write almost all the points, and most crucial points must be mentioned. They should not leave these all. Okay, while writing any tax 1, okay, of academic writing test or general writing test. So they have to bear in mind. So according to questions, they have to write. So first of all, they have to understand the question. They have to read the questions once, twice, thrice. Okay, and they have to start writing. Okay, so this is called a task achievement. Now let's go next point. Point number 2, lexical resources. That includes actually word power. Okay, vocabulary. So while writing tax 1, students should be able to show their talent in lexical terms. It means they have to use various terms in their writing. It is said that students are not supposed to repeat the same word frequently. Better they have to write any lexical terms once only if possible. Lexical terms basically refers here adjective and main verb. So if possible, they have to write once. If they have to write the similar words again, they can write synonyms or similar words they can write. Okay, so if they show in this way, and they will get good marks. Now let's go number 3, grammatical range. So actually according to grammatical range, that refers grammatical structure. Whatever statement they construct while writing tax 1 or tax 2 also must be correct according to grammar rules, or according to grammatical system, grammatical structure, every sentence should be correct. Okay, so this is the things. If they are writing very any statements informally, okay, if the chunks of the statements are not arranged well, if the words are not arranged well in the statements, they are going to get very less marks. Okay, so every time they have to write grammatically correct, accurate, appropriate statements. Now similarly, let's go number 4, cohesion and coherence. Cohesion and coherence. Here cohesion means linking word that actually includes any connectives or conjunction. or any pronouns also. Okay, any conjunction such as because of, although, however, even though. Okay, these all terms comes under cohesion. Cohesions links more than one word or statements in a paragraph. Similarly, any pronouns also can play the role of cohesion in paragraph, because that also links the previous information, previous subjects. Okay, so while writing task 1, students should use such terms in the writing. That means they have to write not only simple statements but also compound statements and complex statements also. Okay, so this is called cohesion. Actually, they must show different types of cohesion in their writing. Now let's talk about coherence. Coherence means actually linkage, or one kind of link between the statements in a paragraph. That is coherence. That actually we just feel, we can't see. Okay, suppose if we are going to write one paragraph, okay, including so many statements, then almost all the statements are interrelated one another, because almost all the statements should talk about particular topic, or under the particular topic almost all the statements are bound there, okay, in a paragraph. So this type of feature is known as coherence. In one paragraph, one central idea or central topic sentence is mentioned there. Under the same topic sentence, other so many details are mentioned there. If we write one details very different beyond than that of the topic sentence, then such paragraph will not have any coherence feature. So if the any candidates write in that way, then they are surely lose marks. Now other points are also very important here. We should bear in mind while writing task 1. Okay, and they are very useful to write in task 2 as well. So let's see. Highlighting information. Highlighting, sometimes we have to show the very important prominent information while writing, so we have to show in next style. Okay, for example, the most striking point is that, the most effective point is here. In this way we can show some information in extra way. Okay, this is called highlighting information. Paraphrase. Paraphrase is actually the way of writing the similar information in the next using the next word. That is paraphrase. Or we can write the same information using the synonym or next similar words. This type of writing style is called paraphrase. So while writing task 1, we should not copy the word or structure from the question directly. We have to write the same thing but in our style, in our words, in our structures. Okay, especially paraphrase should be maintained while writing introduction. Okay, so maximum students, they copy the same word and structure from the question while writing introduction. That is little blunder. Okay, so we have to write the same message. We should keep the message same but in our own style. Structure should be different, words should be different. In this way we have to write while writing task 1, and these things you have to follow while writing introduction of task 2 also. Now let's go paraphrase. Paragraph change. Sometimes we need to change the paragraph in task 1. Generally sometimes 4 paragraphs, sometimes 3, sometimes 5 can be there. Okay, so when to change the paragraph is very crucial thing. So actually when we change the topic, we have to change the paragraph. When the reference is changed, paragraph should be changed. Though there is one statement, it doesn't matter. Okay, so when topic is changed, paragraph must be changed. This is the very informative information to you, so bear in mind. Next, use of tense. So according to demand of the statements, okay, demand of the information, tense must be changed. If we are talking about past action, the past tense should be used. If we are talking about present action, then present tense should be used. If we are talking about any prediction, future tense can be used. So use of tense should be maintained well according to writing. Similarly, if we are going to take a writing test of IELTS with the help of pencil and paper, then handwriting also may play the vital role indirectly. Okay, so if our handwriting is not so eligible, then obviously we're not going to get a very good mark. So we have to leave the good impression in the mind of the examiner. So better we have to write good handwriting. Now, to talk about the size, introductions and ending generally should be smaller than the body description. Okay, so body should be a bit larger. Okay, and word limit is there at least to 150 words. So according to that system we have to follow. Okay, so if we maintain this all, automatically size will come under this. Now, introductions, this is the parts of the task 1. Okay, introductions, overview, body, ending. Generally we have to follow these 4 parts. First of all, we have to write introduction in one paragraph, then overview in next paragraph, body next paragraph, and ending next paragraph. So body can go 1 to multiple paragraph also. Body paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3 also can go there. Okay, it depends upon the questions, whatever question they ask there. And next very important thing is here overview. It is not compulsory that all the candidates should follow these 4 ways. Okay, we can omit this overview. This is not compulsory. So ending is also not compulsory in task 1. So without overview and ending, we can just mention introduction and body also. Body 1, body 2, body 3. In this way also we can mention. But introduction is very compulsory. We must mention in next paragraph. Body must be in next paragraph. This is the very crucial thing. But if we go accordingly, then we can go no any problem. Okay, so first of all we have to write introductions. That goes at least 1 line to maximum of 3-4 lines. Okay, and overview also, if you write, then that goes 1 line, 2 line, 3 line, or 4 line maximum. We shouldn't write in detail. And maximum time we have to kill for writing body. Okay, and body 1 paragraph can be also there, or body 2, body 3 can be there. It means more than 1 paragraph can be in the body. Okay, it depends upon the question, whatever question is asked there. So then after ending, very few lines we can write for the ending. That is one kind of conclusion only. But very important thing is that in task 1, if you are going to write ending, then opinion should not be mentioned there. If we write opinion, that is very blunder, we lose marks. This is not the essay. Okay, so what we see on the questions or on the chart or paper, something else there, diagram, something is given there. So what we see, we have to mention in task 1. We are not going to write our opinion. That is very blunder. So without mentioning our opinion, if we are able to write any ending, that's okay, we can mention. In this way we can complete this. And very important thing is that while writing introductions, every line must be linked to the questions. So according to the message by questions, we have to form the introduction, and we must follow the paraphrase system also. We should not copy the same word and structure from the questions. Okay, this is the very crucial thing. And while writing overview, we can start overview writing overall, generally, on the average. Okay, and we can write very few lines that includes main trend of the chart. Main trend we can mention under overview. Main trend, what is the highest point, what is the lowest point, or what is the main trend there, we can write overview. We should not go in detail. Okay, so detail you can write in body. So this is the very crucial thing. I think you get some points. Okay, following this all, you have to try to write task 1. Okay, thank you class. If your time is very fruitful, please don't forget to subscribe and press the like button for more videos. Okay, thank you, bye bye.